Like the General said, I'm Mike Zunk. I'm Federal Security Director for Raleigh-Durham International Airport and all the spoke airports, which bern is one of our spoke airports. And so we're really excited about the technology that we're getting into our new airports and the new equipment that we're getting into our airports. Most of the equipment has been going naturally to our larger airports because after 9/11, in fact it was December the 31st, 2002, Congress mandated that every bag that goes on an aircraft has to be fully screened electronically. Well, so we've been doing it by hand and opening 100% of the bags here ever since December 31st of 2002. So now we have equipment now where the majority of the bags will never have to be opened. The majority of bags will go through electronic screening, and the only bags that will have to be opened are the bags that alarm for one reason or another, and we have to pull it out of the machine and then open it up to find out what alarm the machine. So we're really excited for the General and the staff and my staff that works with to be able to get this explosive detection system. It's called the CTA. It's an EDS, electronically detects explosives. And it's an outstanding machine. We have them at Raleigh, and we have them in Fayetteville, we have them at Jacksonville. And the thing about it is, like in Jacksonville and Fayetteville, where we have the Marines, the Camp Lejeune, and at Fort Bragg, the soldiers that go through our airports there. We have the military here, the Marines that go through here from Cherry Point. Their sea bags are, as you know, spring-loaded, so it's really going to be helpful to our TSOs not to have to open every one of those sea bags. So the sea bags will go through the electronic screening, and depending on if they don't have anything in them, they should go right through. So it'll avoid opening all these young men's bags that they spent hours trying to pack properly. Like I say, before this, we all had to do it by hand. Everything had to be open, and now we're doing it electronically. So or some of you may remember that it lasted for like 12 years, according to the General, but it really only lasted for 30 days. He said it felt like 12 years. But that was a very, very successful program. There was only 7 airports in the United States that ran that pilot program, and this airport was chosen as one. And then we did another pilot program where we were ETD at the hands of every passenger. So 100% of the passengers' hands were ETD. And that was a very successful program. And there was only 5 airports in the nation that were picked for that. And the General's Airport again was picked for that. So he's been a great partner with TSA. And we really, really appreciate it. And in that fact, we have we have an award that we at TSA have a yearly award for, we call it a partnership award. And this year, the Department of Homeland Security would like to present the partnership award to the Airport Director of Coastal Carolina Regional Airport for the 2010 annual award of partnership. But this is real important to us because, as you know, TSA is sometimes not a popular thing to be in the airport. We're a non-revenue producing pain sometimes. Some of the airport directors refer to us. But I think we've come a long way since 2002. I mean, we've got better at what we do after 8 years. We have the equipment now that makes it easier for us to do. And I can assure you that Coastal Carolina is on our minds all the time about to ensure that we get you the equipment you need, to ensure that we get you the manpower to do all the things to make your airport one of the #1 airports in North Carolina. All right. So we'll be glad to take any questions.
Can I may add one thing? That is one of the things that I mentioned is a real convenience for our passengers. Prior to having this machine, each passenger would come up with their bags, 1 or 2 or 3 or whatever. They might have little kids, they might be less than young, they might be handicapped, and they would take their bags up to the air carrier, and they would check in, weigh them, give them boarding passes, put on a baggage tag. Then the passengers would pick up their bags again and walk over to TSA and turn them in there, and TSA would have to open and do all the inspection. Well, the machine does the inspecting now, but for the passengers, it means they handle the bag one time. They hand it to the air carrier, and they don't see it again until they get to their final destination. So from a convenience point of view, we are very, very pleased to be able to provide this service. And as Mr. Thump mentioned, it's a very high-tech machine, so it sees things that the eyes of a regular TSO would probably not pick up on. So it adds to the safety, which is clearly important to us as well. So this is, we are very grateful that we have gotten one of the CT-80s. I think it's going to be a real boon for the airport.